Launch is going live.
This meeting is being live streamed. Oh, okay. Do I have to agree to this? I'm signing my life away.
We're finally going. Finally.
Is this a verbal contract?
Get this fucking ship underway. It is a verbal contract, yeah. Welcome to the show. Oh, we're gonna start like a traditional show. We're gonna have a little bit of what's this thing called? Entertainment. Wait a minute.
I knew I loved you then, but you never know.
Thank you, Jeff.
That's me. What? Were you singing along?
No, I was just throwing out woot woots for the girls.
Oh, cool. What's up, girlies? Okay, Harriet Tubman's picture.
Oh.
She looks like E.T.
Hey, can you hold on a minute?
Huh?
Give me. I know we're on the air, but give me 1 second here.
Yeah.
That's my daughter.
Yeah, no worries.
Everyone holds his phone like a sculptor.
All right, that's enough.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I should have been watching that.
Oh, don't even worry about it.
My
It's not for you. It's for the tens of fans that
all 10 of them.
you can watch it anytime.
So,
Hey,
I was getting a text from my daughter. She knows I'm on the show, so she shouldn't be bothering me. But she's doing a 2-night sleepover, babysitting, and
fun.
even most recently, because this is my buddy's house. Evidently, this looks like it's under the bed, and rather than try to put it up, I'm gonna try to see if she said.
What is it? Green goo shit?
No, those are the guitar picks I use. And she's like, they're everywhere. She goes, they're even in other houses now.
That's hilarious. That's funny.
Well, yeah, because I never travel without them. So, all right, I need to let her know. Okay, she's good. All right, I just need to make sure there wasn't a problem, because that's my job. Is even though she's babysitting.
Got to make sure she's all right.
Well, yeah. I gotta
Children
get
come
out of here.
Doesn't bother me in the least.
And she's just going, why are your guitar picks underneath the bed? Which is actually a better question.
Yeah. Oh, that was my first. Was like, how the fuck did it get there? All right.
Gentlemen, tonight I'll look under your beds. If
There
you
could
have a
be.
hot wife or hot girlfriend, there's a possibility my guitar pick is there.
Guitar Monk may have been there.
I leave my mark with a pick.
Maybe Guitar Monk may have turned you into a punk. Check with your girl. She smells like Old Spice and dick. And I'm just saying. Oh, what a good combo. What a good combo. Reminds me of Grandpa. All right then. Boom, boom.
Oh, you went
Welcome to
there.
the show.
You went there. That was
I
not
remember
me.
the first time I had a girlfriend. What's that?
I said that was not me, folks. That was him.
Correct. First time I had a girlfriend who both told me that I smelled like her grandfather because I was wearing Old Spice, and at the same time put her mouth on my genitals because she loved the way that smelled. I was like, oh, cool. All right then. Did it smell different on me?
I'm sorry, I'm not playing tonight.
Did that smell different? Does it smell different? She was no, it smells amazing on you, but it just like my grandpa wore Old Spice and he was a great man, separate. And then I smell it and I can smell it on you, and then it smells good on you. Reminded me of grandpa. Just in that moment. And then that connection was gone. Now you smell really good with Old Spice. So okay.
The weird thing is you were still able to maintain an erection.
Yeah, and this was with her mouth.
So who is the sicko?
Good, how are you, beautiful?
Not grandpa.
Freddy Krueger. Fred Krueger, Dan. Yeah, you like my hat?
I think I would look like a 2010s BuzzFeed lesbian.
2010 BuzzFeed lesbian. Here, come on.
That's a niche reference.
Go check it out. Oh, you can see here. Come here. Come here.
Who is this?
This
Hello.
is Matthew.
Hi, Matthew.
Hi.
How you doing?
Matthew and I lit my
I'm out
backyard.
in space.
That's
James Webb satellite is the only way that I'm getting this feed to you.
The what?
James Webb satellite
What about it?
telescope. It's the only way I'm getting the feed to you because I'm in space. As is.
Yes. Where's Eli? Is Eli gonna come here?
I like your shirt. What is that triangle all about?
Huh?
I like your shirt. What is that triangle all about?
I did not hear that last part.
What is the triangle all about?
Oh, well, like, isn't this like where like the light and like I don't know?
It's a prism.
Yeah.
Because there's a rainbow on the other side, right? So light goes into the prism and comes out the other side.
Yeah. I mean, but it's the Pink Floyd album. I got it from the thrift store, and then I didn't know that there were holes in it. But that's cool. I like holes in shirts.
Holes in shirts are good.
Like,
My
like
daughter is too.
how it wasn't exactly like the normal like black ones, and how it like has like the like album title on it.
It's pretty
Pink. What are they called? Pink. What did you say? Pink.
seems like a decently authentic
It's Pink Floyd.
Pink Floyd band
Oh,
shirt as a
Floyd. Is that like a new band that came out? Kind of like Green Day or Blink-182 or something like that.
I can't tell if these are jokes or not.
with Matthew, everything he says is a joke at the same time. So
Well, that's not very helpful.
hold on, my camera died. Hold on.
I know. I'm just looking at myself, which I do not like.
Let me switch cameras. There we go.
Is this that mean?
Yes,
Is it different?
Pink
it's habanero.
Floyd.
So
Have you? Okay, this is when I am serious. I'll say in all seriousness. So in all seriousness, Jeff, have you let her watch Wizard of Oz with the Dark Side of the Moon, where you line it up in the beginning?
We have watched it together, and
Oh, it's cool, right? That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Especially if you
I-
have the notes and know what to look for, you're just kind of like, holy
Yeah,
crap.
pretty awesome. I introduced the kids to Pink Floyd when they were littles, and I would play the guitar and sing Floyd songs to them, and we would all sing together. And you look a little bit like that's a fuckboy face. I recognize that one.
sorry.
Hold on, Clockwork Orange.
No, it'd have to be a derby.
Is it a derby?
It would have, yeah, it's got to be a derby.
Mm.
Actually, she looks more like Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp. That is like the best thing I've ever been told.
You just want a fan.
What'd
Fan
she
for
say?
life.
I didn't hear her.
Oh, she said that's the best thing she's ever been told.
Yeah, well, because, yeah.
Yeah,
That crush on Johnny Depp.
fat crush.
Me
Who
too.
doesn't? Serious.
I don't have sex with men, but I'm not kicking Johnny Depp out of my bed.
Mm.
Even at his age now.
I don't have sex with men, but when I do,
I do Johnny Depp and Brad Pitt.
are you bringing Hannah? What's Hannah up to?
He's sleeping.
I don't. Makes me think that Dip should drink beer while I was gone.
Huh?
Hmm.
Say it again.
It makes me think that someone drank beer while I was at the store.
Oh, definitely wasn't me.
Be
Well,
as-
you know, I can't have it anyways.
to be asleep because you're a minor. Oh wait, because you're pregnant?
I'm sorry. Even that one took me a minute.
Why can't you drink beer? Because you're pregnant?
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize they were talking. No, because it has gluten in it.
Oh, gluten.
Yeah.
Some beers do not.
Oh, well, like seltzer and stuff, but I don't like
Coors Light.
alcohol.
Coors Light has less than 10 parts per million, which is considered gluten free. That's why I have it in the fridge.
Are you like live or like?
Yeah, we're live.
Okay.
Yeah. Welcome to the show. Check with Hannah because she had wanted ice cream since yesterday. And she wanted me to pick up Eli.
Well, I kind of okay. I don't want to come because he's a little asshole.
Okay, then don't tell anyone.
How much for your children? I want to buy your daughter. Sell her to me.
Is this
Mm,
a reference?
must be a reference. I would say
Oh, come on, Jeff. You know the reference, right?
I'm drawing a blank.
Blues Brothers.
What was
John Belushi, when they go to the restaurant, they're trying to pick up the trumpet player. He turns over to the rich table and he's like, sell me your women. I want to buy your daughter.
Blues Brothers? Is that a movie?
No, it's an album.
Oh, okay. You know how many times I've seen Blues Brothers?
0.
Probably 3 times. I feel like I need it more. I feel like
Are you
more of it.
serious?
Maybe 3 times. I think one of them was with you, one of them with my parents, and then one of them randomly after that. Now I understand. I know the movie, I know the music, love it, but for some reason, my folks, it wasn't introduced into my life as the pop culture phenomenon that it was at the time. So it wasn't really on rotation in my movie quotes and whatnot. Okay, maybe 5 times. I have to say I've probably seen it 5 times. Then probably again with Daniel at some point or
So
Jeff
sad.
Coy at some point.
So sad.
So but it's not like most movies that we would quote from back in the day, where if you didn't see it 100 times and you never saw it, right?
I've seen it 100 times
I'm sure, absolutely.
or more. Yeah, absolutely.
And this is how I know I haven't seen it enough. I don't catch on some of the references.
Well, and that was
And
a
then-
little out of the blue. I was just,
Any other movie growing up that I've seen, it's like indelibly it's memorized. It's like every scene is memorized.
Came, we saw, we kicked its ass.
I recall that.
You better, because we rode our bikes a hell of a long way to do it.
We did.
Stole quarters of my dad's.
What is it? We got half a pack of cigarettes. We got half a tank of gas.
Oh, that's Blues Brothers. There you go.
Yeah.
And we're wearing sunglasses.
We're wearing sunglasses. Hit it. I like the nun beating the crap out of Elwood.
You remember quite a bit. That's good.
Yeah. And then of course all of the R&B people who came through that movie was fucking amazing.
Well,
I mean, amazing.
all
You better think about what you're trying to do to me.
everybody,
Like everything was just, I was like, holy shit, they're all there. But that was more of an as an adult. That was as an adult where I was like, I'm impressed
you know
with
who
how
else
many
is in
cameos.
you know who else is in that movie that you would never catch is John Candy.
John Candy, huh?
Yeah, and you would never
football player?
recognize him. He was so young, you'd never catch it. It
Was
took
he, wasn't,
years.
he wasn't a polka player?
What's that?
Was he a polka? Was he in a polka?
No. He was the cop, like trying to get him.
Okay.
You know, when they
Carrie Fisher was hot in that movie.
Carrie Fisher,
She was
absolutely.
that. Carrie Fisher was like cocaine hot.
Oh yeah, she was like, probably married to Paul Simon at the time, which means she was coked out 100%. She's like, I do Star Wars, and they're like, hey, can we get you to do this? She's like, no. Well, what if we just put lines out all morning long for you? Oh yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah. We'll play with cocaine and whiskey. Okay. Sounds good. Let's do that.
All right, so
She was exceedingly hot.
I can't be up all night.
Okay.
And
So
you said, do you want to play a game? Was that serious or is that?
Oh, that's what I say to everybody when I'm gonna do a show. Do you want to play a game? Do you want to play a game? I do have things we can do. We got news, traffic, and weather. We can do cruise the interwebs, where I'll go and I'll pick 3 somewhat random topics that are going on. Maybe 3 news headlines from different sources. We'll take a look at them, see what we think about them.
Oh, real quick, just so I know, what time is it at your place right now?
It is 9:20. Why?
It's 11:21.
I love you. Be safe.
I know that Arizona has the 3 different time zones and none of them shift, but everything else shifts.
No, it's not that
9
complicated.
o'clock where you're at. So this
Arizona.
is going to be
Sorry, go ahead.
this is going to be the only issue that we have with working it together in the future is
So in the fall, a couple months from now, November, you're going to go back an hour, and then I stay the same time. So we'll be 2 hours off for the 6 months from that point.
a little bit better.
Right. I mean, we'll be 1 hour off.
Because you know what? I'll be gone till November. I'll be gone till November.
In the cold November rain.
No, come on, man. I'm going Wyclef and you're going Guns N' Roses.
I grabbed some film clips I want to show you.
All right. Oh no.
I grabbed some screen clips with some film clips. Let's see what we got here. I use this great, I should be an affiliate so I can tell you guys about it. But I've got this great little program called Screen Rec Gallery, Screen Rec, like for screen recording. You sign up for free, with just give them your name and address so they can spam you occasionally, or name and email address rather. And you can do video recording, video audio, just audio, or you can do standard screenshots with annotations. It's better than what comes on native on your computer by a billion, because you can also, if you want a YouTube video, you can just grab it right there and it'll give you everything. Plus, If you want to be in it, and you want to do commentary, you can actually do it live. It's got all sorts of fun little functions. So I'll put a in the comment section on YouTube at the Shelf House. Something you guys want to look at.
It's you, I don't know if everybody else is getting what you just did, but you cut out completely. You were totally choppy. Are we,
But now,
am I choppy?
no,
Okay. Yeah, you, whatever you just said, you should say it again, because you said something about YouTube is all I heard.
oh, internet connection is unstable. So let's pause for a second. Let me make sure that's back. So, the interwebs. We are connected. Check some signal. Okay. Hotspot and tethering. All right. Looks like signal is coming back. Hunter.
Thompson.
What was that guy? Stand by for technical difficulties. Oh, okay. Look at that.
Seems like a good time to go to the restaurant.
It's like I think we're back. Let's check the Twitch stream. See what it looks like. Stream. See what it looks like. I can hear myself.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am going to go use the restroom.
Go use the restroom.
Mr. Adams figures this all out. He will entertain you until I come back. And then he will show us
Some clips.
some amazing clips that you do not want to miss. So please, all 10 of you, do not sign off yet.
We have 364 followers. All right, so let's do this. I think this will be fun. I have an idea. Why don't we get some followers tonight? Some viewers, maybe. I think that'd be fun. So you can advertise. It's all about the money. Where do you put your money? Put your money in certain spots. People will pay attention. I don't need this. So I'm going to show you guys some 4K movie clips that I grabbed and some Mike Tyson fantastic knockout clips. Some of my favorite ever. I love the fact that Mike Tyson was such a brutal monster of a human being that, you know, he's not a very big guy. I mean, he's big enough to scare the crap out of me and any other sane human being. But when you see him go up against other heavyweights back in the day, he was just this bulldog, though. He's just this bulldog, always punching up because he had to. And they'd be like, "Here comes Mike, the little guy," and the little guy was just about to clean your effing clock. There was something very America about watching this guy just come in, and from a technique standpoint, it wasn't necessarily boxing skills, but he can hit. He can hit hard. Actually, Tyson had some boxing. He has boxing skills too. I'd be absolutely lying if we said otherwise. He may not be the best technical fighter, but man, watching him do a double right hook and a left uppercut, come in and throw 17, 17 combos, it's like 17 hits, and then finish it, like just waiting for that chin to open up and pop. amazing stuff. So we'll watch a little bit of that. We'll watch a little bit of the scene from RoboCop, scene from Terminator 2 Judgment Day that have been redone into 4K. So to give you an idea of what that looks like now, it's pretty cool looking. So we'll revisit some of those. And so in the meantime, I'm gonna go pour myself a tall, dark Coors Light. News, sports, and knowledge. No bull.
Everyone holds his phone like a sculptor.
All right, so our 300 and whatever viewers just went down to 2 because of you continually playing your wonderful video. What, did you leave too? You can't leave. This is great. We are so professional. I don't even know what these buttons do. Oh no, I don't want to watch it again. Seriously? Oh, hey, who's that good looking guy? What's up? How you doing?
What happened?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh,
This-
show up, show. Welcome.
You left
Alexa.
also. You're not allowed to do that when I leave. You can't leave.
No.
Didn't you know that? It's in the rule book, baby.
Alexa, pause.
Oh, this feels like the beginning of the show. Weren't you yelling at her in the beginning of the show?
Alexa, good night.
Oh, that's right. We weren't on yet.
Alexa, pause.
All right, our 350 viewers just went down.
Alexa, stop. Stop. Off.
Alexa.
God damn it. Alexa, stop. Alexa, mute.
Siri.
Jesus fucking shit. Alexa,
Okay.
let go fuck yourself.
Hey, if you're not nice to her, that's why she treats you like this.
Alexa, turn the TV off.
well,
What the fuck? That this stupid computer can take complicated commands, but mute. Really? Why not mute? Well, not mute when we're playing Spotify because I don't feel like it. But mute when you're on YouTube seems to be fine. Stop. What's hard about stop?
I don't know, man. You're the tech guy. I just take a piece of wood with 6 strings and do things. That's all I do.
Her. Dude, I get so angry. It's like it pauses like, no, we don't know what stop is. We don't know what rewind is. We don't know what fast forward is. We don't know what skip is. We don't know what next is, unless you don't really give a shit, and then we'll do all those things.
And you know what? I'm probably this has nothing to do with what you were just talking about, but again, it triggers something because I bought a DVD again tonight. And I'm probably screwing myself by buying these DVDs, but I'm able to
Cheers.
mine's empty though, so
I forgot how refreshing these damn things were.
so I'm probably
Anyway.
screwing myself buying these DVDs, but you know, they're so cheap now. It's fantastic.
Which ones are you buying?
Oh, well, a variety. I mean, tonight's purchase was actually Funky Monks. It's a documentary of the making of the Red Hot Chili Peppers, Blood Sugar Sex Magic, which is my favorite album of all time.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, yeah, and I had it on this thing they call it what was it, a VHS tape.
Yeah.
I had that, and I've watched it again through YouTube, but I wanted to see it again, and I thought, yeah, I don't want to sit through YouTube and deal with that kind of crap. And I'm like, oh, I'll just go on Amazon. I'm like, $8.99. Done.
You actually send you a physical copy?
Yeah, yeah. And prior to that, I wanted my girlfriend to watch. She's a big Mark Wahlberg fan, which
Mhm.
I am too. Not as big as she is, but you know, that's why I wear my Calvins. I'm kidding, I don't want any Calvins, but she'd never seen Rockstar. And I thought, man, you should really watch, you know, because it's music. Did you ever see Rockstar?
No,
Okay.
I've not watched it. I know he like gets subbed in for a lead singer who dies or something in a
Yeah.
band.
No,
No,
but it's not. It's honestly, it's not a great movie. And Jennifer Aniston is in it, plays the girlfriend. What happened is, it was supposed to be the Judas Priest story.
Okay.
Where for all you metalheads out there who haven't figured it out yet or heard, Rob Halford was gay, and
What?
all of the leather and all that stuff that he did, that was all gay community things, and the metalheads are going, woo, you know,
Right.
they're loving it, and you know,
Yeah, and he's just mainstreaming leather.
yeah. He was just like, all right, heteros, you know, have fun with this, you know. Let's
You with your I mean, I even had black leather with spikes bracelet, you know.
Oh, so you're gay. Okay, I
Yeah,
got it.
obviously.
Um,
Mine was because I like wiener. And Rob Halford lived in North Park, so
did you really?
yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that.
he might still have a house there. He has a house in Hillcrest area.
I know Hillcrest very well, so. But the movie
So
couldn't get done.
so Rockstar portrays that story.
Yeah, they had conflicts with it. So what they did is they created Rockstar, which basically told the same story, and Wahlberg's character was a replacement or whatever. But getting to the point of the DVD, it was like I could buy the movie Rockstar for $20.
Right.
Or I could buy a 4-pack of movies for $9.95 that included Rockstar.
So what else did you get?
What are you doing? Snorting coke? Put your head down there. Three Kings. What's the one that's on Netflix now with the boat? Where they go out?
Three Kings, is that what you said?
Well, Three Kings was
With him, George
the other
Clooney,
one.
and yeah.
And then there's the one where he plays the fisherman. And there is one movie on there that I'm not familiar with. So eventually I'll probably see it, but I left it at her house. I mean, she didn't even have a DVD player.
So you had to go buy one?
Yeah, I bought her a DVD player. And
I
massive
love that you can get old technology for nothing.
for nothing.
And
Yeah,
it still works. It's just everything is streaming, but it doesn't have to be.
yep, exactly.
I just I gave Haley 500 of my CDs, and they're in the case with the the jacket notes. I'm like, all right, these are yours. I just asked that they have literally lasted somewhere between 35 and 40 years. So okay, 1991, 30 years, 30. Do not melt them in your car. So even though we live in the desert, they won't get melted if they're not in direct sunlight. So put them in your trunk is fine. One at a time. When you're done, put it back. If you don't want the giant case all the time, that's fine. I'll get you a small case where you can take like 10 and then have it in your visor. She's got a CD player in the car and she's been loving it.
Cool.
She's like, I love it. She's like, I listen to was it Billy Joel 54th Street Harbor, I think.
Oh yeah.
And she's like, you forget what you don't know what you miss when you don't listen to an album from front to back.
Yeah, because
I told her that, like, you're going to listen to the album, I want you to listen from song number 1 to the end, because there's continuity in their story, and they put it together that way for a reason.
Yep.
So honor the music. You'll find so many gems, and you'll find things that seem familiar, and then you'll find things that you've never heard before, but speak to your heart and just go with it. Okay. She's like, okay. She's like, dude, Fleetwood Mac, the Cranberries. She's like, you have a lot of good chick music. I'm like, well, music is music. Melissa Etheridge, she got a great album. There's a lot. Just you listen to some Tracy Chapman, dude. Listen all the way through.
Oh,
She'll tell you a haunting story.
I love Tracy Chapman.
Yeah.
You know.
So that was cute because it kind of bonded us more. She's like, I didn't realize that you listened to everything.
Yeah.
So well, yeah, you can tell once there's money behind it, right? Spotify is different. I could I pay monthly for all of us to use that. That doesn't matter.
That's what I do too.
So back then when I'm paying $10-15 per CD and I was only making $5.25 an hour, you had to think, I want to put 10% of my salary into music. If I'm going to do that, it better be good music.
I remember
that's really cool.
I would get my check at the end of the week. I would go to Tower Records and easily drop $75 just buying stuff. And it wasn't all great, but it was all
bunch of albums, some singles and some B-sides, and
yeah, just trying to find, because that's what drove me through it. So
that's awesome.
I get it. I totally get
Love it.
All right.
All
So
right,
we're supposed to do some pictures.
I'm going to share a video clip. This is one of my definitely top favorite movies of all time. It was originally rated rated X for extreme violence, back before there was an NC-17 rating. And this has been now redone into 4K. I'm on the screen for a minute until I figure out how to shut myself off. So if you buy the movie in 4K, I will not be there. So just so you know. Okay, here we go.
Oh, it's RoboCop.
Come on. Get myself out of there.
Oh, oh.
Let the woman go. You are under arrest.
You better back up, pal! Cause he's gonna kill her! He's gonna kill her! I got this bitch! He's gonna kill her, man! This bitch! He's gonna kill her!
Oh, the meat.
Your move, creep.
Make my day.
Madam, you have suffered an emotional shock. I will notify a rape crisis center.
I've seen it so long.
Looks clean, huh? Looks good.
Jeez.
Didn't look. It looks good.
Yeah.
So RoboCop is such a. It's not just dark because it's dark, but a lot of it is, post-industrial. Cities have fallen apart. Everything's in disarray.
Yeah, sure. So they're bringing them in, but
The smog and the fog and the grime and the darkness of the movie. I think doing it in 4K makes it pop, like almost cartoonish, more cartoonish looking. This is more
Yeah.
clean.
Hmm.
Did you like RoboCop?
did you say did I like RoboCop?
How does RoboCop play in the pantheon of movies for you? Where does RoboCop fall?
Well, it's not at the top by any means, but it was definitely an interesting.
Did you see it more than I saw Blues Brothers?
Yes, I did. Mostly because what I get hung up with them on that story is the way that they got him to be RoboCop, and the fact that his mind was still grasping onto the memories of his family and his wife and things like that. And, again, it's easily been over a decade, maybe two, since I've seen it.
Right.
But I remember that kind of being disturbing. Like,
He was trapped.
you think you can do this, and he's trapped in this, and doesn't he end up like sitting outside the house at times and like watching another guy? Or am I just creating this in my mind that she has to move on?
I think they I think they catch him like revisiting the neighborhood.
Yeah,
So he's having memories. And then
yeah, but I thought that also she
may
like
have moved.
she moved on and
Yeah,
other man, and
yeah, they do.
it's like his kid with her, and
Yeah,
supposedly he's dead as far as she knows, but she doesn't know that he's not actually dead. He's half android robot.
and she finds out. and then she's trying to now reach out to him. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
It's
A little deeper than you would think when you're kind of thinking like RoboCop. You know, it's like this is a dumb movie. It's like it kind of says something to human emotion, and no matter how much you take away from it,
yeah.
you sure you can replace the majority of his body with all these things, but at the end, you're never going to get rid of these memories. You know?
Well, and they find throughout RoboCop as they try to take all the humanity away,
Right.
that actually makes things worse. So that spoke more to the state of humankind and where we are, is that these big corporations didn't care about the person,
Right.
and they wanted the machine, and they realized that the machine lost its effectiveness without having the person there too.
What's it called? Skycam?
Skynet.
No, Terminator.
Yeah, it wasn't Skynet.
Skynet. There we go.
Skynet.
I was
Yeah.
trying to remember what the company was called. Skynet.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, interesting. So that actually supports the next clip I'd like to show.
All right.
4K clipping.
Put this up at home, people. We just ad lib. This is how we roll.
What? Say again?
I'm talking to the audience.
What?
You don't need to hear it. I'm talking to the audience.
Oh, okay. Shh. Don't worry about him.
Perfect. Yeah, that works. I'll take that.
I need your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle. Hey. You forgot to say please.
Oh, God. You don't pull it out, you leave it in, dummy. In my bike.
Sonic work.
Thorough good.
Now you take the man's wheels, son. Now get off before I put you down.
Can't blame him.
Boom.
That's it, goddammit.
This is the most machismo movie ever, right?
Yeah.
Like every guy's fantasy, like I couldn't be hurt even if you wanted to hurt me. Yeah, he just puts the shotgun right there, like he knew, perfectly.
It's perfectly.
This is the second one, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I did like the second one quite a bit with the kid,
And all for one payment. of
but
$60.
there's a scene in the first one where, you know, because through the time travel, obviously he has to come through naked.
Right.
You know, he comes through pretty cleanly, and the other guy's like, you know, slump or whatever. But there is a scene, if you watch it really closely, and maybe you can find it for another show, where I don't know if they did it on purpose, but let's just say his manhood slaps against his leg when he comes through, and it is so predominant, but it's just it's not noticeable unless you're looking for it. And a friend of mine pointed it out to me. I was like, oh wow, yeah, you're right. You know, like this guy's swinging a huge hammer, you know. Just
Was it Schwarzenegger or was it Michael Biehn?
no, Schwarzenegger. It was the first Terminator movie. It's the first time when he teleports in or whatever they
Right.
called it.
When he
But-
comes from the past in order to rescue. No, yeah.
Yeah. And so in that one, you know, everybody's looking at him like, you know, ooh. But in that movie, because that movie was kind of like it was almost like a B-rated movie.
Right. It was James Cameron.
It was, well, it was, but I don't think anybody, it was James Cameron when nobody had seen anything James Cameron had done yet. We didn't know he was going to do Titanic and things like that. And,
Right.
you know, make blue people.
And he put his girlfriend in there.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was really low budget. And nobody knew who Schwarzenegger was yet.
Michael Biehn, he was great. He played Reese. Michael Biehn was later in Aliens. I always liked his character. He always seemed very I mean, other than being handsome with blue eyes, you know, kind of charming, soft spoken, but still could kick ass. I feel like he didn't do much, like career wise. 80s was about it.
So
I
this
think-
has nothing to do with anything we're talking about.
Cool. Segways are for children and mall cops.
That's right. So you know I like Brad Pitt,
Brad Pitt.
and I'm not sure how you could check this up. I would love to see it. I would try to check it up, but then I would screw it up trying to put it up there. It's when he plays this traveling gypsy in what's the movie called? He does an accent that you can.
Yeah, in hold on. Snatch.
Yes.
Yes, he plays the gypsies is yeah. You can't
Yeah.
understand anything he says.
You can't. Yeah. Well,
But it's a verified language, and he learned it for that role. It's this strange,
is
like
it really a
mixture-
verified language?
Yeah, it's this strange mixture of like this Romanian, Irish, and they're known as like the Irish something. Like it's bizarre.
Yeah.
bizarre.
Yeah.
He was speaking
And,
accurately.
and while who's the bald guy who kicks ass all the time? Who's in that movie?
Jason Statham.
Jason Statham or something.
Yeah, Jason Statham. Yeah,
Yeah, and he's like the problem is you never know what they're saying, which makes them great negotiators because you know it's like
He's
yeah,
like,
right.
right. They're like right.
right. Hey,
You
if
just want
not, if not, I do it for free. You know, like
Yeah.
like you can only hear the words that you want to hear, and everything else is gibberish in between. But they all understand each other. And there's a little YouTube video, if you can find it, where they talk about why Brad Pitt is a great actor. Because, wow, man, like when he does that role, I'm like, that is incredible. I would listen to that all day long. I wouldn't know what it was saying, but I would listen to it, you know, just to soak it up and kind of get it, you know.
The
Trying to
best
make time here.
O'Neill.
Cut me off right when you
Best
get
of-
it.
I got it. Let's take a look at a little best of Mickey O'Neill, Brad Pitt as.
Oh yeah, Mickey. Nah, Mickey.
You're going down in the fourth. Is that clear?
Just make sure he doesn't kill me before the fucking fourth.
So give it up.
What about?
Crunching, one-punch machine gun, Mickey. And in the other corner.
Now, I know he looks like a fat fucker. Well, he is a fat fucker, but he's dirty and he's dangerous.
The madman, Harris.
Now, try and look like a fighter.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Lights out. We're dead.
250.
You can have a quid.
Oh, you're a real tight fucker, aren't you?
Now, there is a problem with pikers or gypsies.
What you doing, Potter? Get out the way back.
Can't really
Pikey.
understand much of what is
That's
being
right.
said.
You tell me. Come about the caravan.
Mr. O'Neill,
Fuck, man. Tell me, Mickey.
It's not Irish. It's not English.
how are you?
Fair, what is my contest for the horses, you know?
It's just, well, it's just pikey.
Fuck me. Just look at the size of it. How big are you? Hey, kids. How big is he?
Big man, that's for sure.
Hey, man. Come and look at the size of this fella. Bet your back's a little. Concert horse. Ah. You look like a boxer.
Get out of the way, Mickey. See if the fellas would like a drink.
Oh, I could murder one.
We know more than done around here, I don't mind telling you.
Get your hands out of there, you cheeky little shite. Cup of tea for the big fella. Come on.
Don't be silly, Mickey. Offer the man a proper drink, right?
You little fucker.
Is the big fella not coming with us?
No, he's minding the car.
What do you think we are? Thieves?
I know, nothing like that, Miss O'Neill. He just likes looking after cars.
Get dogs. Do you like dogs?
Dags.
What?
Yeah, dogs.
Dogs. Do you like dogs?
Oh, dogs. Sure. I like dags. I like caravans more.
You're very welcome.
Thanks.
You feeling all right, Mickey?
Get a drink.
You can't give him a drink.
It's not for him, it's for me.
Yeah. I love this character though, right?
Yeah.
He's an odd bastard, this Goodnight Anderson. So pay attention to what you're doing. All right, Mickey? Mickey?
Doesn't need much.
Need to have a shade.
Yeah, but when they kill his mama,
Right, Fudge. I'll fight you for it. You and me.
like he wants it, you know, he always wants it in the beginning.
Fight it's gonna be.
Right?
You want to stay down?
Oh.
Way better than Fight Club. I love Fight Club.
It's like he always gets knocked down just so he can come back.
Yeah, because that's what he wants.
Yeah.
He wants a little abuse, you know, psychologically.
So then when he kills
like
the
he's
guy,
stretching. He's like, I'm just getting warmed up, motherfucker.
Get back down, or you will not be coming up next time.
That's a Bruce stretch.
This is sick. I'm out of here.
You're not going anywhere, you tick lump. You said till the job's done.
That's what I look like when I take my shirt off, by the way.
yeah, same.
In case you were wondering.
Fuck.
It takes.
He takes a beating so he can kill them without remorse.
For the rules.
It's not the same character.
Yeah, and I think part of it too is like he lets them build their self-confidence so that he can see the window for the shot, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Because guys like him and Tyson and Ali and Frazier even, it's all about that one moment, you know, where you get to land it, because it's like if they can land it, it's over.
Right.
And they know it, you know. Right. But how do you get them to do it? And so his way is like, take a hit, throw me against the wall, do this.
Right.
Now you feel confident, like you've got this, and then you let your guard down for 1 second,
and pow,
bam, and
you're owned. You're owned.
Lights out. Yeah.
So you're gonna need to go to bed here soon. So let's wrap up.
Yeah, we ran over 12. I was gonna give you till 12, but we ran over. So go ahead, get into the game or whatever you want.
Give me 5 minutes. We'll make it worth your while. This is something that we grew up with. You just mentioned him, which was
Tyson.
Mr. Mike Tyson. His greatest hits. Just you watch him exactly how you just described it, waiting like he's hunting, and he might have to throw 15 with you, and then but you see as soon as that double, he can hit you double right jab and an uppercut, pow, 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 and you just watch him surgically remove somebody from their boots. He's just waiting for it. People were afraid of him. And
I'm afraid of him. He's old.
For good reason. He can still do it.
Actually, I can tell you before you put it on. A friend of mine did an event in Thailand, and my other friend, Joe Vitale, was there, and Tyson was also a speaker. And although Tyson's been retired and has definitely calmed down quite a bit, you know, Joe said, and Joe comes from a boxing background. His dad was a boxer, so he's got a lot of that. You know, he knows more about it than I do.
Right.
He said, I'm looking at this guy thinking, this man could kill me with one punch right now. Like, can you imagine walking into like I don't have that confidence. Like I can't do that, you know, and I don't think you can either. No offense, but we're not going to, you know, not that we couldn't, but you don't walk in just going, yeah, you know what? If I wanted to kill you right now, I could just do this.
Right.
You know?
Right.
But Tyson always has that go, you know, he's got that and he had to get it under control. So,
well,
it's interesting. Even he's old, retired, mellowed out, but he's just built like a bulldog, you know.
Oh, well, he got back in fighting shape and he's actually been fighting.
Is he fighting again?
Like exhibitions, and he dropped a weight and built the muscle so fast, and he went from, you know, like pot smoking chill Mike to like ferocious animal in like 90 days this last year.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know that at all.
Joe Rogan had him on the show, and Joe said, somebody asked Joe, he goes, hey, why I like your new table, you got this big table, and he goes, yeah, you know why you want to know why I got this table? He goes, why? He said, because I had Mike Tyson in here after we had talked like 6 months before, and I was encouraging him that he should do some exhibition, and he goes, no, you don't know, like it's either all on or it's all off. I'm afraid of what happens when it's on. And well, he decided that he was going to do it, and he picked a time, date. He decided he was going to fight again and get in shape. So he's like, he got in shape like so fast. And he is so fast and so strong and so deadly.
But has he fought?
Yeah. Yeah, him and who's the other guy? I think they did it last November. Let me check the exhibition rounds.
That surprises me because I thought his doing DMT was I thought his doing DMT would have relaxed that concept.
New fight 2022. Mike Tyson and Anthony Joshua. Mike review unflinching with bone boxing legend Mike Tyson to debut ear-shaped edibles and visit New Jersey dispensaries. Mike Tyson confirms return to boxing with next fight in 2022. Who was the other guy? Another top-rated guy who had retired but is still like 10 years younger than him.
Seems like it would have been promoted really heavily. Hold on, I gotta. Sorry, you're on your own for 1 minute.
If you see your state, you can register to vote online right now. It only takes 2.
Okay, you guys are.
Check this out.
Here today with Mike Tyson, huge honor for me, the most legendary fighter in the planet.
Thank you, brother.
Henry Cejudo, the best combative athlete in the planet, and Master Rafael Cordeiro, the best MMA coach in the planet. Henry, what did you learn today from Mike Tyson?
Man, I learned a lot, Mike. I learned a lot from you today. It was a lot of your movement stuff, how you use, you know how to center and use your weight. So when you take advantage of a same position twice, you know, you hit him with the unpredictability. The movement, man, how important purposeful moving is. You know what I mean? Where it's not so much, you know, you see a lot of fighters and freaking move like crazy, but efficient movement. And that you're not just, like people think you're just a knockout artist, but you're really a boxer that can knock people out.
Well, I'm grateful. It's great. I had a great teacher.
Henry, I was really surprised of how good of a coach he is. Like, we're used to see him fighting, and today we saw him coaching.
And that's all I love. I love fighting. I don't have no other hobbies. I just love fighting. I put my pigeons in fighting. That's all I love.
Oh, man, that's amazing, Mike. Yeah, so guys, this is the very first instructional video that Mike has ever done, and it's going to be at BJJ Fanatics and Dynamic Striking very soon, so make sure to check that out. And thanks so much, Mike. It was a huge honor to have you here.
I'll be very sore tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be very sore.
There you go. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Mike Tyson.
Okay, I came in right at the end of that. But that's
Oh,
okay.
that's right. Just watching him move was remarkable.
Yeah.
But he was just coaching. So let's see. Mike Tyson fight 2022 YouTube. Mike Tyson never sparred. You had to fight to survive. Mike Tyson fight versus Mitch Blood. Green street boxing. Fight who for stealing his life story. Mike Tyson agrees to fight Jake Paul to break the record. That's crazy. You know this Jake Paul character?
I think so, because he's the guy who had the one of his YouTube or something like that. And
He was
then,
a kid, yeah.
and he got X'd out because he went to that place in Japan where people go to die.
In the forest?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then all of a sudden he just got like all platforms dropped him immediately. And I've heard that he went on to become like
Along the way, he's become a legitimate boxer on his own.
boxer, yeah, which is
And then-
surprising.
And he's been challenging and fighting, you know, mainstream folk, and doing rather well. And everyone sees it as a publicity stunt, but he can actually fight.
Yeah, but you got to get in the ring and do it, man. You know,
Yeah, he actually does.
you can't back it up. I mean,
This Labor Day, upgrade your sleep with Ghost Bed. Take 30% off award-winning mattresses and 40.
Mike Tyson, Jake Paul fight.
yeah, Angelico is really into that guy because he has a brother too, right? Like they were a team.
Yeah, Logan Paul.
yeah, and of course they're cute little white blonde boys. So I'm sure that's what she was drawn to, and I was kind of like, this kid's a jackass, but he's proven to not be.
Yeah, he's been proven to be legit. Oh, Tyson, let's do Jakey. God, wouldn't that be cool? He just wants to, so like Floyd Mayweather. He fought Conor McGregor. Well, Conor McGregor's.
Oh yeah. Oh
big,
yeah. I
really
almost got I almost got into blows with a guy at that fight.
Really?
Well, in the neighborhood there, yeah, because I was shooting my mouth off, and I said, "This is ridiculous." I said,
McGregor's not a boxer, and
yeah, I'm like, the boxer's going to win. I said, I'm sorry. I said,
Right.
it's two different things. Boxing has rules. It's got these things, and it doesn't mean that I actually like watching UFC and things like that more than I like boxing, but
right.
I knew right off the bat. And then when it got done, he got kind of racial on it, and so over and done with. So
he fought Roy Jones Jr. November of 2020. Roy Jones Jr. And that was the exhibition fight. Why wasn't it bigger? I don't know. Can't really speak to it. That's kind of interesting. I thought they did pay-per-view. Maybe they did not. I could have,
but
it's an exhibition, so they know how many rounds. It's not, it's not to win. It's not for a belt. It's two 50-plus-year-old dudes who are not supposed to be in the best shape of their lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's amazing. I didn't know he was doing. But
Tyson is his speaking back. So what I was saying about Joe is, he said, Joe, why do we love your new big table in his podcast studio? And he's like, oh yeah, the reason I got this was because I had seen Mike, like a couple months before, and then he came back to the show because I had told him he should get back into the game and just do it. Like, please do it. Just please do it once. And he said yes. So he came back on my show to tell me and tell everyone in the world that he was gonna fight again. And he was in such shape, and he was such a different human being. He was just raw animal, and he goes, it was scary. He goes, I'm serious. I'm sitting across from him, and I realize how close I am to Mike. And Mike was upset about something, and he goes, he's asking me a serious question, and he's asking me, why is it that when he's in the middle of the fight and the adrenaline kicks in so hard that he starts to get an erection, even though he's not gay? Like, what is that causes that? And Mike's like, Joe's like, I'm not a doctor. I don't really know exactly. And he goes, well, I didn't answer his question, and Mike was getting mad at me. Mike's like, I just want to understand. It's one of those things that happens. And he goes, I didn't know how to answer him. And he was now leaning towards me. He was serious. Like, I'm serious,
that's
Joe.
gotta be scary.
I'm serious, Joe. I'm
Joe
serious, Joe.
Rogan's going like,
Joe's like, fuck.
I better come up with an answer really
Joe's
quick.
not a little dude. Joe's like 5'7". I mean,
No,
he's
I
not
know,
tall.
and his
He's like, but he's 210 pounds of muscle
Yeah.
on somebody the size of a pipsqueak. He's a beast of a human for being not very tall. But like, he goes, I'm intimidated. And he's like, no, Joe, seriously.
5', 280, bitch.
I just want to know why I get an erection. And it doesn't go down. And he's like, he goes, that's why I bought a bigger table.
That must be weird. Like
the erection bar?
Well, no, I'm just because being a guy, and we've all dealt with our erections, especially as children.
Right.
When it seems like the teacher knows who has an erection, so it's like, come up to the board and finish this math problem, and you're like, oh,
right,
God, no,
right.
But unless you're really well endowed, nobody's ever going to know anyway, so you're fine. And I think Jonah Hill had the greatest line in Superbad or no, it wasn't Superbad. Jonah Hill in Forgetting Sarah Marshall, where he's like, I just went from what does he say? From 6 o'clock to midnight.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, I've been there, you know, I've done that, you know, just flip it up, you know, just do that, you know, just in case. But if you're trying to box a guy and you're getting an erection and you don't want that on television, you know, you don't, those shorts are, I mean, hopefully I guess they're wearing.
I don't think he's worried about like, you know, like the full hog. Just, I think he was asking like, do you know, like, why is there a reflex? Why is there a reflex when your adrenaline and your dopamine, all these, like, he's but even want to understand what triggers it. It's not sexual.
Whatever it is what made him a great boxer. It's the thing that you and I don't have, you know.
Right.
I mean, when I'm about to get into a fight, I'm scared. You know? I'm not gonna let anybody know, but you know, I'm a little terrified. My penis goes.
Yeah, invert.
Disappears, you know.
Disappears completely. So there's a multiple reasons. This is in the height of pandemic. Like they're wearing masks to come into the stadium. Like it's bizarre. There's no audience. It was televised or not. I don't even know how it was televised.
Oh my God, they have met. Oh,
this is November 2020. So we're still in the middle of the government shenanigans lie, the great big lie. Yeah, we were still believing it. So you can see why maybe
that's why I didn't hear about it. Okay. All right. I get it now.
Now look how good they look though. I mean Roy Jones Jr., he's not bad at all. But look at Tyson. Look at Tyson.
Oh, yeah. He's still he's moving and bobbing.
Yeah, look at that. He's like, what is he, Tyson? Like 55, 58?
Yeah, and look at him. He's like a brick, man.
Alexa, how old is Mike Tyson?
Oh, kidney. Damn.
It's 56.
Yeah, you can already tell. Look at that body language. Tyson's already won and he already knows it.
He's still a beast. He's still hunting.
Yeah.
You know, like I forgot how good he was about getting out of the way of other people's fists.
And that's half of it right there, if not more. Again, always waiting for just give me the opening where I'm going to land this.
Got a nice left jab right to his face.
I got one for you waiting.
Remember when George Foreman came back out and was boxing?
Yeah.
Foreman was like in his 50s. And he's a big boy.
Yeah, it was a mistake. I think.
But look how Mike looks comparatively. Mike was there's that left, yeah, boom. Mike,
look at that.
Mike was thick from smoking weed and keeping his aggression down. He said, dude, it took him nothing to drop the weight. Nothing. He literally said he spends his life trying to tame the beast. Because as soon as you let it back out, and he's like, well, there's one thing that he learned in his life that he cannot ever mix, ever. He cannot drink alcohol and fight, period. So alcohol is the worst thing for him because it takes away your inhibitions.
Yeah, so he becomes the animal who beats up his wife or
correct.
Or whatever. Like I used to hear these. I don't even know if they're true or not. May have just been urban legend that sometimes he would just like,
Beat
go
up the girl?
put on a hoodie and go out in the old town and
Oh,
just look for a fight.
just to get that adrenaline. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's
How can you?
the man is built to fight. He's a fighting machine,
Unbelievable.
much like myself.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that was all the VHS of you. Yeah, I just thought it was a photo negative of you. Yeah, look at that. It's an
Look
arm.
at that screenshot right there, buddy.
Oh, fuck yeah. Hold on. Let me grab that little screenshot thing I told you about. There we go.
I can't hold it much longer.
Oh, right there. Yeah, I got it.
All right, yeah. You put that on your self-help shelf.
Put that on your pipe and smoke it.
That's right.
Yeah, I got it. We're gonna put this Mathew Guns. We're gonna keep that in the picture folder. That's a good one. I like that.
Sideways guns.
Sideways.
And then immediately jumps back.
A couple highlights from back when
Reggie explodes with a 15-hit combination. He even manages to strike his opponent with an uppercut right in the jaw. But Mike Tyson, having waited for the right moment, under the hail of blows, throws his signature left and sends Gross to the canvas.
Look at that guy. He's just like, what the fuck happened?
He gassed himself and then.
Yep. Yeah, but you know what? If you roll back and you look at that video, you see how many times, Tyson ducked his head down.
Yep.
Because that. I'm sure you
know,
but that's what you do, because even with gloves on, man, you're gonna hit that head. That part is solid. Look at that. Oh, yeah. It's like, you left it open, baby.
Versus William Hosea. William Hosea did not seem to be a strong opponent from the very beginning of the fight.
Bite his ear off, Mike. Bite his ear off.
After a clinch, Mike catches Hosea with an oncoming left jab and tries to develop the attack with a powerful streak. Because of the number and strength of the blows, Hosea falls onto the canvas. He was clearly not eager to continue the fight and deliberately did not get up to count 10. The referee stopped the fight.
And I'm ready.
Oh, ooh.
Mike Tyson versus Trevor Berbick. The truly historic fight was dubbed by advertisers as Doomsday. It was attended by about 8,800 people, including movie stars and numerous celebrities. At 20 years, 4 months, and 22 days, Mike Tyson, with this victory, became the youngest world champion in the history of boxing, surpassing Floyd Patterson. It was not just a duel, it was a total destruction of Trevor Berbick.
Yeah.
Total destruction of Trevor Berbick.
Mike Tyson versus Pinklin Thomas. This fight was for the WBC and WBA titles at once. From about hits with a jab and then round, a real beating begins in the ring. Thomas misses an incoming monstrous left hook. Then Mike Tyson throws 17 more powerful unanswered blows to the head with both hands.
Jesus.
Pinklin Thomas fell to the canvas.
17.
This is a knockout.
Yeah, that fast.
Yeah,
he's going to win. If he hadn't knocked him out, he's going to win on points alone.
No shit. And this is the thing is people were like, well, he's just a bulldog. He's not a boxer. No, he was a boxer.
No, he knows exactly what he's doing.
He knew exactly what he's doing.
He might be a bulldog. I'll use that term, but the man is an artist of his craft. Look at oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Fuck.
Yeah,
Mike Tyson
what
versus
amazes me is, pause it real quick. Yeah. What is going on in his head? Because while he's fighting, I'm thinking of it like a chess match. You're always 3 moves ahead.
Yeah.
Except when I have had to have fights, I'm like a pussycat, just. I hope something happens. I hope something happens.
Right, we're not professional fighters. It's like your adrenaline.
No, I don't even understand how his mind can calculate what's going on right there.
Right. Well, it's that
It's amazing.
he has this intimacy with adrenaline, fear, aggression,
and boners
that we don't have.
Yeah.
He knows it so well that it doesn't own him. He controls it. The rest of us, our alarm bells are going off, and you're just like fight or flight, fight or flight.
Fight or flight. Yeah, exactly. That's where I was.
You can't stand there in the middle of your panic.
Yeah. And all the things I know have just been trained from dumb, You watching this? You watching this? Good.
Yeah. That's
or if I can get behind you and I'm lucky enough.
Right. My boxing coach was my dad. He just said, hit fast, hit first, hit hard, keep hitting until you know they're not going to get up. Because as soon as you let them up, the adrenaline they're going to kick your ass.
No.
He goes, otherwise don't fight. He goes, just don't fight. He goes, I'm not encouraging you to fight, but if you're going to fight, hit first, hit hard, keep going until.
Well, for me, and I don't know if you ever recognize this or not. This is, it was ongoing for my early years, which is every year there's new kids that come in, and I would be in the principal's office every single year within the first week, at least a couple times.
Right.
For fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Not because I started something, but because somebody, me, I was the big scarecrow.
Right. Easy target, right?
Yeah. So go beat him up and get done with it. And it got to the point where luckily my dad at least was just like, oh, all right. So yeah, he's in the principal's office for fighting. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Did he hit first? No. All right. We're done. But then when I got a little older, I kept that going because he was always like, don't ever throw the first punch. They hit you, you go.
Right.
Then you get a little bit older, and I had a situation where he threw the first punch and it was over. This guy, his name was also Matt. In fact, he was in your grade, I'm not sure. But yeah, I mean, sucker laid me out, man. I went into the nurse's office, and of course back then the nurse was like, well, I wonder what the other guy looks like. And I said, he looks fine. I didn't even hit him. And she's like, oh, sorry, wuss.
You're like, all right, put him up.
I went home. Yeah, then I went home and my dad was like, all right, remember when I told you, let them hit first? You're at an age now where you need to hit first. You need to just evaluate the situation and figure out if it's going to come to this, you better take control over it. Otherwise, most fights are over in a shot. You're done.
The human condition is not set to take multiple blows over and over again. There's a reason why you run and you protect yourself. You're gonna die. So if you can imagine living in your limbic brain's ability to stand and fight the fucking lion, that's frightening. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's a
See,
skill.
when I look at Tyson right now, I just keep thinking of the other guys who come into the ring. Like, man, I know you're going to make a lot of money, but you realize you might die.
Right.
I'm pretty sure that everybody that went up against him at this point in time was like, all right, I'm not here to win.
I'm here to survive.
I have to pay for all my baby mamas and whatever.
I'll take $1.
And I want a new Lamborghini, you know.
The fight lasted until the 7th round. At the very beginning, Tyrell immediately enters the clinch. Tyson strikes from the left. He hits with a forearm and knocks out Biggs' mouthpiece. Another lingering clinch, and Mike Tyson throws a hard, short left strike to Tyrell's temple. Tyrell Biggs falls out of the ropes. His face is covered with blood, but he still manages to get up to the count of 9 and decides to continue the fight. Breaking the distance a little, Tyson thrust another left side to the jaw. The blow was the last for Tyrell Biggs.
You see him do like the duck, and then the inertia that comes with it. Oh, so
the ropes. Mike Tyson did
your
not
brain
miss the
just shuts
chance.
down to
After
protect
waiting for
yourself.
the opponent to come within strike.
Join large-scale battles with military vehicles. The online action game War Thunder has received a major update.
Striking distance, he throws a powerful left hook exactly to the temple.
Wow. Look how high his shorts are.
Surgical.
That's awesome.
Oh.
You can't hit me below the shorts. I pulled him all the way up.
Versus Michael Spinks. This fight attracted a huge public interest and was named once and for all by the promoters. The winner left the ring as the absolute and unconditional champion. Such an event had not happened since 1971, when 2 undefeated champions, Joe Frazier and Muhammad Ali, had met in the ring.
Over the jungle.
Yep. He's just dominating him. Dominating.
Mike Tyson versus Frank Bruno. The 6th round. After a pause, Mike throws 2 blows to the head on the right and left. Then a second later, he punches his famous combination of a right hook to the body and a right uppercut to the head.
Look at that.
Frank Bruno is absolutely lost and practically does not react to the blows. Another right uppercut and then a left hook, and the referee decides to stop the fight.
Yeah.
But you see him, you see Mike tracking like calmly.
Yeah.
He's like looking for it. He's like, there it is. You see him, his brain acknowledges, okay, here it is. Okay, here it is. And then he just,
That's what I'm trying to say is it's like, how does the brain process that in that moment?
Yeah.
You know,
It's
there are not many people in the world that can do that.
Oh. Under extreme duress.
Yeah.
Like you just watch it. If they weren't slowing it down and backing it up so you can see it, like it happened so fast, but you see
it was
Bruno. The 6th round. After a pause, Mike throws 2 blows to the head on the right and left. And a second later, he punches his famous combination of a right hook to the body and a right uppercut to the head. Frank
God, his
Bruno
right
is
is
absolutely lost.
That's insane.
And he does not react to the blows. Another right uppercut and then a left hook, and the referee decides to stop the fight.
Yeah, good job, referee. You know what? Speaking of the referee, I have always thought that must be the worst referee job in the world.
Be in the middle of Tyson.
No, just in boxing in general. You know, you got 2 guys in there beating the hell out of each other, using all their skills, all their work.
And you jump in the middle.
And your job is to say, all right, you boys move away.
That's enough now. That's enough.
Carl Williams.
That's enough. Stop your
This
nonsense.
fight lasted 93 seconds and also became Tyson's 2nd fastest title fight. In the middle of the 1st round, Williams tries to hit Tyson with a left jab. Tyson parried and hit Williams with a left hook.
Oh!
Williams back to the rope. Although Williams was able to get to his feet and seemed ready to continue the fight, It was stopped by the referee.
His eyes were crossed.
Yeah, he's like, why are you stopping me? It's like,
Hey guys, I'm
like,
fine.
do you want to be alive or
That's
you want to be
amazing.
retarded for the rest of your life? Because we
Mike
have all
Tyson
that.
versus Henry Tillman.
Dude, look at that.
I know.
Just 25 seconds before the end of the first round.
His punch moved a 230-pound man from moving forward
Mike Tyson versus Henry Tillman
to backwards on his ass. Like I think people are missing like the power of his Jesus. You have a 230-pound man whose inertia is driving him forward and down on you. Mike parries, hits him so fucking hard that it stops his forward momentum. So you have to understand that's counterbalancing 230 pounds of falling weight. So at 1 mile an hour, you're already at 500 pounds of weight, right? So you got G-force is helping you out.
All right, you already lost.
So he hits him, and that hit stops that 500 pounds of momentum and then increases at zero past 230 pounds more in order to get him to move the opposite direction. So it's not like cartoon physics in a, when you shoot people and, their legs come out from underneath them and they hit the wall, because that's not what happens when you get hit by a bullet, right? There's all velocity and inertia, but there's no mass. This guy, his fucking fists, his arms, and his movement, it's all of that. It's momentum, it's speed, it's mass. So he's got to be hitting like Ivan Drago, man. Like you got to hit so hard that you stop a train from moving forward, and then you put it back a quarter mile from where it started.
I love that you're quoting fucking
Rocky,
whatever.
Rocky 4, yeah.
Look,
look, that's crazy.
Mike Tyson versus Henry Tillman. Just 25 seconds before the end of the first round. Tyson drove Tillman into a corner. Tillman tried
I was
to
a
fight
boxer.
back.
That's
right hook, and Tillman fell onto the canvas. A clear knockout.
You got knocked the fuck out.
Get out his, yeah.
Hey, Smokey taking a shit.
Did I get my
Mike
money
Tyson
now?
versus Alan Stewart. As soon as the fight started, Tyson went on the attack and made an excellent combination, after which Stewart fell to the canvas.
The thing about Tyson is he can throw a right or a left, and you are in trouble. He's not a southpaw, but he can hit you with a left.
Oh.
After another clinch, Tyson misses with a long right swing, but immediately adds a short and precise left hook to the head. The opponent falls under the ropes.
Oh man, you see him excel too, like.
You know what's interesting is watching when you get hit like that, their expression on their face. They want to seem coherent,
right?
Because they want to keep fighting.
Right.
Fighters, they do. But they look up and they almost look like children. Like they just don't know. They're like trying. Probably like when a police officer pulls over, a drunk driver or something, and you're just like, "I'm fine, officer."
Right. Once you get him past the adrenaline, give them 6 minutes.
Because their faces are just like. I mean, you can almost see the birds spinning around their head, like in a cartoon, It's amazing. I don't know. I have mixed emotions. I like watching it. I like watching movies like that. But or about boxing, but
Yeah, I mean,
I also have problems with every time I go back and watch Django or Django Unchained, to be
Mhm.
more specific. I feel like boxing is almost the whole. It's kind of like they found a way to do it, But I shouldn't go there. That's a subject for a different time.
watching Tyson, dude, watching him hunt. Not only is he doing his thing that he has to, and then as soon as you see the eye lock, and like, and there it is, pop, and then you hear it pop, pop, and then just surgical precision.
That's why
And
I said
you see this relief in his eyes, like he's like, I found it.
keep one
There
out
it is.
here.
There
Keep
it
one
is.
out here. That's the Ali thing. Just keep one moving out here so you're focused and.
Mm-hmm. So, anyways, we'll end that. A little throwback stuff. I hope you generally enjoyed it. Mike Tyson, the guy's still out there. He's 56 years old, and he's he just loves doing it. He loves doing it.
He's a beast. And you know what? I think he should stay in the ring and not do his one-man show. Because I could not get through that. I tried to watch it, but it was really weird.
I think I watched his one-man show and Carrie Fisher's in the same week.
Oh
And
wow.
was
I
like,
didn't get through the show. I was trying and I was just like, nope.
I stuck through
I'm
it.
pretty sure at the end these are gonna be like 2 hours. I wish I could have got back from my life.
I can appreciate the effort. Can you imagine if you are uneducated?
Yes, I can imagine that.
Not a good speaker, with dyslexia, with all that, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. That's why Mike did it. Mike did it because he's like, I'm illiterate and I'm not particularly bright, and people don't. Well, I'm smarter than people give me credit for. And I want to show that I can do it. I want to show that I could do something outside of my comfort zone, and I can practice it.
Now you're making me feel like crap.
And execute it, because it doesn't have to be the best. You just have to do it. It's kind of like my buddy Matthew told my friend Missy, publish your poems. Just do it. Just do it. It doesn't matter how many they sell. It matters that you did it. So, all right. Yeah.
West Coast, baby.
Don't cross streams. But that's when we were peeing.
Don't ever use my words against me. That just sucks.
Oh, yeah.
My advice is for others, not for myself.
One last thing, at the Mormon thrift store, my favorite place. I like it when I find obscure doohickeys. Well, this doohickey is like a chain with a bungee cord that can go on your phone. So you can have it from your waistband or wherever. So if you drop it, it doesn't hit the ground. Or if someone tries to steal it, they're not gonna be able to do that either. Or if you're,
I have to take you with them.
and if you're me and you had to get a new Pixel 6 this week because you dropped your Samsung Galaxy, whatever it was, 10 plus.
Oh, that's the pulled out one, right? That you were telling me about. My girlfriend put that one. Oh, okay, make it fold out and do its thing.
No, this isn't. This one doesn't unfold.
Oh, okay.
I had a flip phone for a week.
Oh, sorry, I'm confusing you with my uncle.
But no, this is not the flip. The Pixel is.
My uncle has one that it looks like a phone, and I guess it folds out or something like that.
Yeah, it flips out like the size of a 14-inch tablet, basically.
Tablet. Yes, that's what.
Yeah. I don't need all that. I was looking at price points, obviously, and then I'm like, what do I use my phone for? I actually take pictures more than I do anything, and this one's rated extremely well for pictures. So, but this little doohickey, It was brand new in the package, $1.50. They had like, I don't know. It looked like somebody had them in their shop at some point, then they donated them. I've never saw, they're called panda clips or something. I thought it was kind of cute. I have a bad habit of sitting here, falling asleep, and then dropping my phone right between my legs. Thunk, over and over again. So I thought I could prevent that from happening. Well, like one, go to bed. I mean, that would be the obvious answer. Go to bed.
Press it to something.
But the other would be if I'm playing with my phone here, I'll just have it on this. I'll have it on the bungee here, and I'll be like safe.
I've never seen those before. I mean, I'm not going to buy one. I have no need for it.
No, I got you one.
Oh, great.
Yeah, I paid $1 for it. You're worth it to me. I'm never going to ship it to you, and you don't have to use it.
I have to drive out. Just drive over and pick it up.
Yeah, your name is on it, so it's here.
It's here. It's here when you get here.
Yep.
Actually, I was hitting up. I hit up Mark. Let's call him out now.
Yeah,
yeah, I'm gonna talk trash about him now because he told me before, I have a couch anytime you want, or I've got a great hotel next to a restaurant that gives a discount. So I wrote him today and I said, hey man, you mentioned that you had a hotel. My girlfriend and I are thinking about, just doing a weekend getaway in October. We're looking at places to go. Houston's not big on my list. I said, what hotel is that? What's going on? Is that still available? And he wrote back and said, sorry, man, all my hotel peeps failed. They're all gone.
All my hotel what?
Peeps.
Oh,
that's his words, not mine.
So his connections. No longer.
I was kind of hoping he would chime in as I talk trash about him. But.
Yeah, I asked him to come on. He said he had a late night tonight and then early morning tomorrow. And
yeah, and we've never met, so there's obvious chemistry.
John was traveling through Texas, and he had invited Mark to a concert, I think, and Mark had said yes. And then once John got there, Mark was like, oh no, I can't do it now. And John was angry about it. So when John was traveling back through the other direction, Mark's like, let's get together, let's have lunch, let's do something. And so they spent the day tooling around in the convertible Camaro and having drinks and goofing off. And Mark's like, I had to make it up to him. I totally did, because I was like, yeah, let's do it. And I'm like, I can't do it.
Yeah.
And they
I bailed on John when he came through town because I didn't have enough heads up. It's, you know how it is, when you're a parent and things like that, and you got things going on and you're running your business, it's like, I know I look like I can just do whatever I want, but I kind of can't, I have to kind of schedule things out. And Mark one day also hit me up and was just like, hey, want to have lunch today? And I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, in San Antonio. I'm like, man, I'm sorry, I do, but I can't, I already have things on the book.
His kids are all raised, so
like, you can't hit me up at 9 o'clock in the morning and ask me to go to lunch, unless, I mean, there's just no way. So these guys are funny. They're funny like that. That's fine.
I think it's funny that we're all the same age, and then we're in different parts of our lives. So I've still got 3, even though Hunter's 19, but I've still got young ones as how I consider them. They don't need me completely, like it does give me a lot. It does give me freedom, and then having Lisa, obviously, like I can be like, hey, I'm gonna take some time and go away. But still, there's still that dad. We get more of that. John's kids are all grown up and out of the house. Mark's daughters are all grown up out of the house. So
He's a
they're
grandpa.
yeah, and grandpa, right?
Yeah.
So
I got a
there's just
16-year-old, so you know,
different
we're
consideration.
kind of in the same boat.
Right.
Yeah. It's
right. And ironically,
and
my mind at your age needs me the most.
I'm just experiencing for the first time for 3 weeks now, which you've already been through, but because now that my daughter works at Kohl's and has a job, although I get to be Uber driver because she still doesn't have a license. Hopefully after December that'll change, which means then it'll be car time, but that's a whole nother story. But it's like, all right, so I take you in at what, 5:30? I have to pick you up at 9. I just go to my girlfriend's place. We watch TV or eat food or do other things, and and it's kind of nice. It kind of makes it work a little bit because she's becoming more independent,
right?
Which is lessening my duties as a dad.
Right.
But when things happen, like a couple times tonight, Dad, this is happening. I'm like, all right, let's deal with this, because she's doing a babysitting gig for my buddy Bubba. And which is also, I was going to tell you this. I think you would like this, considering, I know why Hunter is named Hunter. So my friend Bubba, his boy is named Tyler.
His boy, what? So does what?
His name is Tyler.
Okay.
Okay. And so when I was walking out the door tonight, I said, goodbye, Mr. Durton. And Angelica paused and she goes, are you serious? And I said, yeah. She goes, is that who he's named after? I said, yes, it is.
Tyler Durden.
Tyler Durden. Yeah. I don't know if he knows it, but
that's awesome.
He was being a 10-year-old boy, so he deserved it.
Hunter almost got Hunter Stockton, like full on Hunter S.
Wow.
I had at least a good. So Stockton, that's a weird name. Like, yeah, but Hunter Stockton, that's kind of solid. She was like, maybe, I think so. Then we went with John Hunter Adams. And he's still Hunter. He's very proud of it. He's proud of both. Named after my grandpa, John Adams, and Hunter Thompson, an alcoholic, drug addict.
Who's backcountry?
Who would posthumously he would be considered conservative, although he hated the conservatives and was definitely a dyed-in-the-wool Democrat. But those they don't exist.
You don't even realize what you just did.
What?
You dropped into his voice. You started to inflict.
Did I?
Because I don't think I could do it, but
I was channeling.
No, yeah, because once you're thinking about it, you just dropped into it. I mean, I used to do it. There was a time when I was doing it quite a bit.
I didn't even mean to.
I know, and you don't even realize you're doing it, but that's the power of Hunter, is like,
Fear and loathing on the campaign trail.
Which, by the way, it's been 2 days, man. Have you seen where the Buffaloes roam?
No, maybe I'll check it out. Maybe I'll watch it tonight. I think maybe I'll watch it tonight. Gotta be somewhere I can find it easily. Although I was on Etsy. I think you sent me something that was on Etsy, right?
No.
I
don't
thought
know.
you sent me something, Hunter Thompson. It was a quote.
Oh, maybe it was. Oh, yeah. I just sent you that.
Or it was on Etsy or Pinterest or Poetic Outlaws. Was that it? Went through Facebook. There we go. Everybody's looking for someone who could stand up in the wind. Yes, this was me. All right, last thing. I need to get you need to get I think either a Gonzo fist or let me share this damn screen. Screen 2, here we go. Or Hunter Thompson for sheriff print on your back wall that you can see if you want people to see it. Everybody is looking for someone who could stand up in the wind. It is lonely standing up and crowded lying down. I refuse to be an anchor for other people's dreams, but then I refuse to anchor mine to anyone else. So I have no choice but to stand up and piss into the wind. Yes, sir. That's right, sir.
That's right.
Love that.
Did you, and this is, I'm coming strictly from ego. Did you read my last post of what I've now just entitled, Can I Write?
Your last, how recent was it? I don't think I've seen anything new in a couple of weeks. So if it's been since then, I may not have seen it. I was keeping up for a while. Let me check your page, Matthew. People will notice a change in your attitude toward them, but won't notice their behavior. Their behavior that made you change. Ooh, nice, Pacino. There's you and Bubba. Do I have the ability to write yesterday?
Yeah, do I have the ability to write? I think it's number 4 in the series. It was quick. But I was wondering what your thoughts would be on it.
Well, can I read it now and I'll read it aloud? You mind?
Sure.
Okay.
No.
Do I have the ability to write? It's pouring rain coming down so hard that I can hear it pounding on the ground. And in the moment that I started to enjoy it, part of my roof collapses in on my home. Fucking life. I like that. That's really good, actually. That's a good visual prose right there. Now what? I sit and contemplate this because it triggers the idea that not only will I need to finally use my insurance that I've been paying for years out of fear that something like this might happen, and paying thousands more than this repair will ever cost, and then contemplating the deductible, which I don't even remember at this point in time, and how much they'll raise my rate because I actually had a claim. None of what I told you is true, at least not for me. I'm not going to scream revolution. We already know that doesn't work.
I like listening to you read it to me because I was really going for the Hunter vibe on that one, which is the only one out of the 4 so far that wasn't true. And I thought, you know what?
You gonzoed. I like it.
Yeah. Just draw them in and then tell them the truth.
And then the pacing is good. And yeah, Hunter's got this it's very flowing imagery and then staccato, like you're going down a steep grade, and it says like big trucks can't go over 50. Well, so when that truck's going over 50 and is trying to hit the brakes and is going that's how Hunter writes. He's going fast and then he's like fucking trying to hit those brakes to slow down because he doesn't want to hit the fucking ramp. He doesn't want to hit the gravel ramp if he doesn't have to. But listen,
I haven't thought about those in forever, and they have those that
yeah,
where the trucks just pull off and
the gravel slows them down. That's Hunter's career was riding like that. It was going too fast for the conditions how conditions allowed, and then just the sound of machinery breaking apart as he figured out how to get it back under control. It would never quite be the same after he touched it, but he wouldn't wreck it. He would still be in control of it somehow. And that's how he did everything. Like,
I'm giving you open license here because I'm a big boy. I have big pants. I can take it. I would love any constructive criticism for that writing, other than punctuation and spelling, because we all know I can't do that to begin with. So.
No, that actually holds up. Your structure is good. I love the fucking shock. Everything, it's the American dream, and then it fucking collapses. And then now, you know, all the things that are gonna suck and have always sucked about this one particular fucking thing this whole time. You don't even realize you're holding on to that angst for God knows how long. Think about what insurance is for. You're literally just saying, like, because I took out this policy because I knew it existed, I doomed myself to have to fucking think about it for, could be the rest of my life, could be up to the moment when it happens. Did I pay attention to all the details? Did I even have to? Does it fucking matter? You were enjoying the rain, which is amazing.
It was raining, by the way.
I love it.
that part was real. It was everything else that was fake.
I don't have any criticism. I really like it. Let me hear it again. You guys pay attention. This would go really well with some Joe Frank, like a little quiet jazz in the background. Have I introduced you to Joe Frank before?
No.
Versus Donovan Ruddock.
Let me shut this fucking thing on.
What is it? Is he? What's his instrument?
Joe Frank. His instrument was his words.
Oh, voice. Okay.
Joe Frank was on the radio for 40 plus years, and he did spoken word, and he would tell stories, and with
like Lenny, is he like a Lenny Bruce or?
Dude, here, I'll play a little clip for you.
Okay.
He yeah. Let me.
Okay. Yeah. Just play it.
Let me play a clip for you. You'll hear it, and then I can put a little background music to yours and make it sound that way. He was so good. He lived until 80. One of a kind. His widow was trying to make as much money off of his corpse as possible, that she had everything hidden for quite a while, everything behind paywalls. Like, you want to listen to those old shows, you can have these 72 shows here. It's going to cost you $500 for the MP3s. You want a book that he underlined, cost you $55 for this 55-cent book. I'm like, dang, woman, you're selling everything about him. But okay, you're gonna fall in love. I'm sorry to keep you, but this is worth it. This is fucking worth it. Computer audio. Here we go. Joe Frank.
Those long guitars got me.
This background for your story. Raining.
I was on vacation in the Caribbean with my parents. We were staying at a beachfront hotel on San Marcos. It was December 31st, in the early afternoon of New Year's Eve. I was 15. I was sitting by the pool, reading a book, when a tall, very pretty girl, about 18, wearing a bikini, lay down in a chaise lounge next to me and began smoothing suntan oil onto her body. And I watched as she applied the lotion to her arms, her neck, her shoulders, her stomach, her calves, and her thighs. She had reddish brown hair, and I could almost smell its fragrance. And I felt as though I was swooning into her. When I realized I was becoming so aroused that I had to throw a beach towel over my swimsuit. Now, I don't know if she noticed this, but after a minute or so, she leaned over and told me her name was Donna, and she was from Babylon, Long Island. And I told her my name and that I was from Manhattan. Then she asked if I'd like to take a walk with her. So we got up and strolled along the beach. And she asked me what I'd been reading. And I told her I was reading a book about relativity. About how space was not only curved, but was also a substance that could be folded in upon itself. And that if we could travel faster than the speed of light, we could look back at the Earth with a telescope and see what had happened in previous ages. And I remember that at one point I gestured rather grandly toward the ocean, and I said, "For the fish in the sea, we're in an unbreathable world here above the surface of the water." And then she interrupted me and asked if I'd ever kissed a girl. And I said, no, I never had. And she asked me if I'd like to kiss her. And I said, yes, I would. And I leaned forward and kissed her on the cheek. And she laughed and said, "You are the sweetest boy." And I got red in the face and I could feel my ears burning. And then she said, "Have you ever kissed a girl like this?" And she leaned forward and held my head in her hands and kissed me, easing her tongue into my mouth. And I thought I was going to pass out. And I loved her more than anything else in the world at that moment. And then she drew me down with her onto the sand. And while we continued kissing, she worked her hand inside my swimming trunks. And she held me. The first time a girl had ever touched me there. And when I came, it took about 2/3 of a second. She laughed. And then, very gently, she withdrew her hand and walked down to the water's edge where she washed it off. She said, "Are you all right?" I said, "I'm a little embarrassed." And she said, "Oh, don't be. That was beautiful." And I thought, how could that have been beautiful for her? How could she possibly have enjoyed that? Then we both swam for a while. And later, we walked back up the beach, and when we parted at the hotel's registration desk, she gave me her phone number in Babylon.
Just an idea.
Well, congratulations, because my writing sucks compared to that.
This guy's amazing. But yours,
that is, being the first time ever hearing it, I would say that he draws you in. And then before you know it, it's penthouse forum, and you're so comfortable with the way that he brought you in, you're not afraid to listen to whatever he has to say.
Right.
And then your mind just starts creating scripts and memories and thoughts
Yes.
that are probably not nearly as close to what that is, but or what he's writing about, but it makes you feel emotion. I mean, I'm feeling emotion right now, you know.
Yes.
And I might have to go take a cold shower after that.
This
You know,
this one's called At the Dark End of the Bar. You can find it on YouTube. Matthew, I'll send you. I have a copy of the MP3. I'll send it to you.
Right.
It's an hour and a half. So he would do these on the radio. These were his radio bits, and this is what he did. Now, this one encompasses, I think, his first 5 sexual encounters from a teenage boy, like things that happened to him, and just told back kind of in a it's like very matter of fact way, and it's very relatable. It's very, like a 15-year-old.
let me ask you before you play it, and also your volume is low. It might be because your mic is up above your head.
Better now.
What? Echo.
See if we can minimize that echo.
No, you're good now. What I was going to ask is, do you think, you know, as a fan of Joe Rogan and you know, like myself, Dave Chappelle, you know, we like these guys.
Yeah.
Dave is pretty honest about saying, and I haven't heard Joe say it, but I'm sure it's the same way. The persona of like whether or not it's real, you don't really get to know. So like whatever you play me about this guy's first 5 encounters sexually may not have ever occurred.
Right.
Because my first 5 sexual encounters, I'm not sure that I'm going to share them with everybody because I don't have your consent. So
nice. You didn't have it then either.
I'm kidding.
Well played.
But you know what I mean? Like, is he just that brilliant of a writer that he can just say, "Here's my first 5"? I mean,
well, he doesn't.
A great headline right there. First 5 sexual encounters. It's like
he doesn't.
What are they?
Here's the thing. He doesn't define it. He doesn't. This is literally what it's called. This one is called At the Dark End of the Bar.
Well, if he's not getting laid till he's in a bar, then I've got him way beat.
No, I'm just saying that this is what this hour and a half is at the dark end of the bar. I don't remember how it ends. I don't. I listened to the first few, and I was like, I remember this. I remember this one, but you know, this could just be him sitting in a bar. You know, like pick the narrative. He could be telling stories with somebody that he just met, and you know, whatever.
While
drinking beer and smoking in the dark.
While you're pulling this up, I assume you can do this technically. Get on my Facebook page again. Find I just said fun day. There's like a car thing.
Okay.
We're just gonna look at the last picture. And I'm going to tell you a quick story on that, and then we'll call it a night. But go ahead and play. But I was just giving you a heads up so we're ahead of the game a little bit, if we ever are. Well, no, you're not supposed to be staring at the screen doing it now. You're supposed to play the thing.
Oh, I'm supposed to play an effect.
Oh my God!
Hold on a second.
You're a horrible producer.
Yeah, try being all things. Okay.
I want to hear this guy's first 5 sexual encounters. I'm not going to listen to the whole hour, but you know.
10 minutes.
10 minutes? That's a lot.
Last picture. You and the goofy guys in their shorts, or you standing? I don't know which one the
Me and the
fucking.
good guys. Yeah, me with two guys.
Okay. You want me to show it?
Well, I was going to do it after you did what you were doing.
What was I doing?
Oh, I thought you were going to play the. Oh, okay. So you're not going to play that?
I was gonna play a little bit of music, and then read your story again.
Oh,
did you want to hear more Joe Frank?
It's your show, man. Whatever you want to do, you tell me.
Joe Frank is an hour and a half, so I didn't think that was.
And that's what you're gonna send me. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to you. Let's listen to a tiny bit more. I love him. He tells hobo stories. He tells like you riding the rails on the train. So good, so good.
Joe,
so effing good. Joe.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you noticed, but I did have to pick up my spinner. Like,
what creates your anxiety?
Well, I don't know. It's not anxiety. It was just concentration moment, like.
Here we go.
What?
Joe Frank YouTube. I just want to.
Wait! Did you download Grammarly?
A world gone insane. An upside-down civilization. Can a world of madness and terror.
Oh. Somebody's tribute to Joe. The darkening of the bar, memories. Joe Frank forever. Mix, Joe Frank podcast and more. A life well lived.
I am getting tired, so
I'm so sleepy.
Which is really a good thing for you, because that's when I say stupid ass shit. Oh yeah, it's 1:20 in the morning.
Oh no.
By the way, tomorrow I have to have my parents and my girlfriend.
Oh yeah.
Why do they always use this like
porno sounding music?
That's fine. I mean, I like it, but it's kind of funny.
And realized the desperation and loneliness that drove her.
This was the Joe Frank band. So he had his own band to play the background music so he could tell the stories to it.
Oh, really? That's actually pretty cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah, 'cause
including all the colors of the spectrum. Because life should be lived rapturously. Everything should have a delicious quality.
and I talk, and then every once in a while.
Only last night I made love to a very beautiful woman in an alley. We were lying next to an overturned carton of medical waste, discarded limbs from amputations, and the fatty remains of liposuction operations, and nearby there was a dead body in a dumpster. She'd hiked up her skirt and she was lying beneath me with her tongue in my mouth, her eyes clenched shut, her legs wrapped around my hips, her hair matted to the back of her neck, and grasping with one hand the rusted handrail of a stairway. When I noticed cockroaches as big as lobsters scurrying over our bodies, and I broke away, and she said, "What's wrong?" And I stood there, in a panic, urinating involuntarily onto the pavement. But I am so happy tonight. I can barely express the warmth and love that beats in my heart. Because nothing could be more perfect than the way this evening has laid itself out. A simple meal, a glass of wine, a few noisemakers.
You say a glass of wine?
Yeah.
Yeah. And what did I say? Music makes me want to drink wine.
And an open microphone. Now, I want you to listen to this. How do you like that sound? Isn't that something? Doesn't that make you feel good? Doesn't that sum it all up? Doesn't that evoke the spirit of the evening? Well, how about this one? Well, it has a different, ironic quality, don't you think? And let's listen to this one. Now, what does that suggest if not self-censorship in a world of limitless horizons? 3 noisemakers with 3 ideas. I can't tell you how surprised I was to learn that you've been fired from your job after 30 years of loyal service. It seems impossible that you should be let go. I imagined your position would have been protected. So it came as a terrible shock when I learned that you've been given a large brown paper satchel at your desk, handed your overcoat, and told that within 5 minutes you had to leave the premises with armed guards on either side, and were thrown unceremoniously out into the street. The door slammed behind you. Your pension revoked. You were the best secretary I ever had. A fine employee. So I frankly can make no sense of what's happened. And since I have no sensible handle on how we might proceed in defending you against the impossibly murky atmosphere of hooded and shrouded allegations about you, made from quarters that are not immediately apparent, from accusers who don't make themselves known, who do not come forward, from innuendo, the planting of charges that are unclear, unfathomable, unsubstantiated, circumstantial, all of which point to your irrefutable guilt of a kind that is vague and yet compelling. So I cannot say these charges are easily dismissed or can be set aside or ignored, although I can't exactly tell you what they are, because I've signed a sworn affidavit saying that I will not, under any circumstances, even were I to learn the nature of the charges, reveal them to anyone, especially to you. And so, I want to go on record now, for anyone who might have overheard this conversation or is making a surreptitious recording of it, that although I have in the past respected you, and have been seen in public with you, and have associated with you, and signed your paychecks, and have found you to be competent, hardworking, industrious, loyal, that I completely disassociate myself from you, your relatives, your assigns, your representatives, your family, your heirs, your lieges, those who would have liens on your property, those who would speak falsely of me in relation to you. I disassociate myself entirely and remain at a distance, legally separated by a great shield. In order that whatever infection may be festering within the precincts of your own circumstances cannot in any way cause harm to me or my family, my associates, my colleagues, my heirs, or their liens and assigns. Now, having
it's all keywords, right? I mean, he's just got these he's painting these pictures. Your mind has to do it. Like and I won't even get it right, but the little thing that I wrote the other night that I had you read, or you decided to read or whatever, was it's raining. That's not enough, right? So, and I could hear the water pounding into the ground. And I was like, oh yeah, that's good.
Yes.
Like, that was my proudest moment in that whole entire thing.
Well, that gives it gravity. But
Yeah,
then the storm comes, and the storm is what's going on inside your head.
And it paints a picture. Yeah. And I was pretty proud at that moment as I was writing it, because I don't write those, I don't set out to write them. I just kind of go, hey, I think I'm feeling it. Let's just lay it down, and it's going to sound stupid or it's not or whatever, and just put it out there and go.
Yeah.
All right. So the reason I wanted you to bring this picture up. Oh boy, these guys. So this is like my fourth venture out with my girlfriend's family.
Okay.
And it was kind of a classic car show, whatever thing. And I really like her son, Peter. He's a nice guy. I have another picture on there where it's me and him in front of a really cool car and stuff like that. That car, yeah. Yeah, that's Peter. And I asked for permission, I'm like, and by the way, he's not taller than I am, that's the ground.
Okay.
I have to state that. But he is a big guy. He's a big man. You know, stands tall. But for some reason I look shorter than he does, and I'm like, that ain't right. So, but we were inside shooting some pool in the bar of this place, and these two guys walk in looking like this. Now, they're as gay as probably can be, and I have no problem with that.
Why would you?
And when they walked in, I looked at them, I said, man, I said, you guys look great. They're like, thanks, man. I'm like, all right. Then we were down by the river, you know, hanging out later, and these guys were coming down with their ice. And I said, hey, can I get a picture with you guys? Now, Peter is, I wouldn't say he's homophobic. I wouldn't use that term, but his son is there, who's only, you know, I don't know, 7 years old. Simon's 7. And their family doesn't really communicate with people outside of the family. Like, you know, I'm the guy that, like, if we're sitting on a park bench, I'm just going to start talking to you.
Right.
So I did that, and they're like, yeah, you know. I said, all right, great. Like, you know, I think actually Simon took the picture. Give him, no, he didn't, because Peter took him off. But get these two guys, you know, I'm like, how can you not want to see that again? Especially the guy in the little jumper onesie thing there with the American flag. I mean,
right.
He looks awesome. So yeah. To me, it's fun. And I know that when they see me at first, I don't look like the guy who's going to be okay with it. But I totally am. And the beer hat guy, that's awesome.
You're not gonna be okay with other people?
No, no, I guess I'm gonna say that
You look potentially intolerant against those who are outside the norm.
yes, which is
Okay.
completely wrong because I am outside the norm 100%.
Yep.
So
It's awesome.
I thought that'd be a fun one to close out the show with here. And you do notice my outfit if you look at it.
Yeah. Dickies.
I got the Vans, right? You can always send a message with the shoes. And look at the guy with the with the stripes.
Yeah.
Look at his. He's got the red bands.
Yeah, I got a black pair like that.
I do too. But I don't have a red pair. You're going out of your way now. You're like, this is matching this outfit. And I also have although looking at them, I don't think those are actually Adidas. But I have a lot of the Adidas slides or glides or whatever the hell my daughter calls them. But I do not have a beer hat, and it does looks good. So
Looking good, sir. Looking good.
uh-oh, you're in trouble now. Don't look behind you.
I'm not in trouble. Hi, sweetheart. So, all right.
Do you have
Like
a
my-
sign off? Do you have a
Yeah, sign off. Here's how it goes. Ready? So we're remember we're all hurtling towards our death at an incredible rate of speed, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. But you can
Screaming
slow it down a
goats.
little bit.
Screaming goats can stop it?
Screaming goats. That's why I do this thing. Shelf help. Surround yourself with like-minded people that you can have a conversation with, someone you can connect with. And those moments when we all feel like we're all alone in this fucking vast universe and we feel like we're losing connection with others, just remember they're right there. It's right there. You're right there. I'm right here. That's it. That's all it takes is a hey, do you want to play a game? Yeah, let's do it.
Would you like to play a game?
Exactly. So I don't know. I don't know what the meaning of life is, but I can tell you part of it that I really love is love. It's like the best part. So love one another and love yourselves. Have a great night.
Love myself all the time.
Joe Frank is awesome. Hunter Thompson is awesome.
Charles Bukowski.
Charles Bukowski is awesome.
Lenny Bruce.
Lenny Bruce, awesome.
Dave
His voices in America. Oh, maybe we can do a little structured biographical podcast. Voices in America.
How many viewers do we have now at 2:00 in the morning, my time?
I don't know. You want me to find out?
Out of curiosity. Does it track people who click on or people who are actually on?
It shows up front. Up front, it just shows you people who opt to come into the chat. You can have viewers directly on the Twitch stream, or you can have people who are watching from their television, watching from an app, watching from there's different platforms. On average, we hit about somewhere between 260 and 400 worldwide per show.
Okay. And is there a way to not, you know how like radio shows would have people call in?
Mm-hmm.
Now, obviously, you're not going to call in, but can they text in?
Yeah, well, we can do a
If we want to
Discord.
do an open forum where it was like
Do a Discord.
Discord
server.
Matt, you know.
Yeah, we can do it. We can host a Discord server that anybody you can do video or audio, but if we want to do it like a call, basically they come into the Discord server, they type in what they want to talk about, and then we pull them through there, and then we can talk to them just like anything.
And I'm asking more for our other ventures.
Yes, we can incorporate,
because I think my audience would jump on that immediately. But I would definitely need somebody to.
Yeah,
I would
handle
user
better.
handle that.
I'm just focusing on tech. I can do all parts, but yeah, we can do like a regular call-in show, no problem. Easy.
So you don't have like a cool video on the outro?
Oh yeah. I think I was supposed to finish with the
Dynamite and explosions and people running or something.
No. I just had the last half of the most recent one that I made, but I think we watched the whole thing. Shelf Help Show. Good night.
Good night, y'all.
Good night, everybody.